Hello, welcome to Pride of South London Fan TV. Ali here, bringing you my final thoughts of the game between Palace and Liv VAR pool at Selhurst Park. Listen, obviously we're going to come on to the referee's decision. We'll come on to that later on. And the Premier League have got what they wanted. They've got a title race. But I don't want to just make this video about that, because I do think the referee's decision at the end has done a very good job of overshadowing what was ultimately a very poor performance from Palace in the first half, and to be fair, a very good one from Liverpool. First point I want to make is the defending on the corner was absolutely atrocious. It was like a stroll for Van Dijk, a training ground game. And that's been our Achilles heel all season. I said before the game, I thought that was going to be where Liverpool could win it with their set plays, because it's been a story all season. In fact, we have got better at defending set plays recently. And I do think we missed Kiate today and his physicality, and I thought we would against a team of great physicality like Liverpool. And I think we missed him in the middle as well. I think that midfield three, I said before the game, I thought was unbalanced, and we just missed somebody. The Palace fans were singing, get into them, and that's what Kiate does up and down the pitch. And we missed someone like that to win the ball back for us. And I think he's not the most fashionable player, Kiate. He's not the most fashionable player at all. But I think Palace fans can see what he brings to this team since his absence and since he's gone to AFCON. The second point, really, that I want to make about that first half performance is I love the passing out from the back. I love the new style. But we need to vary it more. It's too predictable. Liverpool, like West Ham when they came to Selhurst Park, had all their forwards on the D of our penalty area, ready to waiting to press as soon as he makes the short pass to Anderson. And more often than not, we're ending up in a situation where Joel Ward is getting pressed in our third of the pitch, which is a situation surely we want to actively avoid. And ultimately we need someone at right back who's better on the ball than Joel Ward. Nothing against him, he's a club legend, but if we're going to play this style, we need someone better on the ball at right back. But if you watch Liverpool play out from the back, but they don't do it every single time, they vary it, so it becomes a bit more unpredictable. And it's no coincidence that in the second half, when Guaita started to vary his goal kicks a bit, we got up there a bit more, and then ultimately could get the ball down and play the football that we're capable of. Because the problem in the first half was we were pressed into our own third and couldn't actually get the ball out and play the football that we know we can play. So first half was poor, and for me, ultimately, that's why we lost the game. Coming out second half, Gallagher has a gilt-edged chance, and if that goes in straight away, then who knows what would have happened. But ultimately we got the goal. Good combination play between Mateta and Edouard. I was waiting for it to be disallowed given the decisions that were going against us in the game, but it was given. What disappointed me there was we didn't kick on, and I don't understand Vieira's substitution of Edouard just when him and Mateta are finding real momentum in the game. I think we got Jeffrey Schlupp pressing higher, and that really helped us, and he was combining well with Mateta and Edouard, and we seemed to be on a bit of a roll, and you sensed we could get the second. But as soon as Edouard went off, it went a bit flat. And then, we did start to pick up, and then obviously the referee's decision comes. And the thing for me is, I'm not going to say we would have got the goal, the equaliser, if that penalty wasn't given, but it's ruined the game, because you've still got 5 minutes of injury time left. With us kicking into the home style, Benteke's come on, okay, he didn't have great touches, but Benteke is on, he's fresh. Eze's on and fresh. Going into those last few minutes, he would have got nervy for Liverpool. And the decision was just absolutely ridiculous. He's run into Guaita. If anything, he's fouled Vicente Guaita. And they're opening themselves up to questions of bias, because everyone's, the ref actually have an element of sympathy for, because he's the one who's got to take the flak. It's the VAR officials who are sitting wherever they sit in Stockley Park making this ridiculous decision. If you're taking that long to make a decision, it's not clear and obvious. And I thought VAR was starting to be used better this season. In the last few weeks, we've started talking about it too much. But there are questions of bias, because there was a similar thing for Newcastle, a similar incident. where Richie was brought down against Man City, not given against Man City. And it does, I've at the moment, VAR, for me, is opening up more questions about fair play and allowing fans to question bias more than when it wasn't there. And I don't think people are questioning big team bias today. I think people are questioning whether there's an agenda from the Premier League to create a title race and that they want a title race. And, that might sound ridiculous, but explain that decision to me. Explain how it's a penalty. And Vieira has come out quite rightly, and he's called it as it is. He's saying that we don't seem to be getting these decisions against the big clubs. And he'll probably get fined for it. And the league, to be honest, when it does that, when it fines managers for daring to speak the truth, is in danger of making it seem very agendaed, almost bordering on corrupt. And you just got to question VAR again today, for me. So I'm not going to stand here and say that we lost the game because of the incident. But the game was spoilt because of the incident. And the last thing I'll say on this is Mike Riley. He presided over the implementation of VAR, general manager of the referees. And he's still in a job. And it was more farcical in the first few years, but he's still here in a job. He's got more lives than Boris Johnson, but disappointing from Palace today. Disappointing in the first half, much better second half. Hopefully now we've got a few weeks off. We can get, we've got a week off, then Hartlepool. We can get Kiate back, at least for the next Premier League game, because I think we miss him. Get Wilfred Zaha back. A good performance from Elise. He was giving them a lot of hard time on the fullbacks, and for me, I can't wait to see Elise and Zaha on either side of the wing, and I hope that's the way we go. But disappointing, and overall for me, as much as the referee was ridiculous, we lost that game in the first half. Let me know your thoughts. Who was your man of the match? For me, probably Elise. He gave them a hard time all game. And I thought Mateta did all right in the second half. It wasn't his fault in the first half, really. The ball didn't get up to him. Let me know your thoughts on the ref. Did we lose the game because of the ref, or was it the first half performance? Let me know. What do you think about the passing out? Let me know in the comments below. Do we need to vary the goal kicks more? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the ref. Thoughts on just anything, really. Passing out. But it's a disappointing, frustrating day at Selhurst Park today. Palace lose 3-1 to Liverpool. As always, if you like what you've seen, press that subscribe button.